like my heart goes out to them. Like, I mean, it's just you can't imagine it happening to yourself, can you?
It was awful. Yeah, terrible.
Dealing with it's probably the worst thing.
I personally at the time was putting heroin in my eye.
It's afterwards when it sort of sinks in.
I suppose it hasn't really sunk in. That's the problem.
But I suppose, you know, at least there's always fudge. It's free samples if you want one. It's really nice, actually. It's really nice fudge.
It just upset me quite a lot. I don't particularly know what to say about it.
It is just horrific.
I just no idea if it happened.
I feel like they robbed me of what should have been an important night, a fun night.
I wish it never happened.
The first room we went into was the kitchen, and we sat down at the kitchen table. Started talking, and I think it was at that point where all three of us realised that perhaps this hadn't been the best idea.
Kyla was the key problem. Well, Kyla was like the main problem, I reckon, but Chris was a little bit as well. I'd say I was probably only the one that was really like making the effort to make it a good evening. Kyla was just being annoying. Chris was just and I thought I was the one that was kind of like trying to hold it together, but didn't work obviously, but did make the effort.
Seriously, if anyone wants to invite us to their party, then...
I thought at some point in the night, you know, I can spice it up a bit. I've got this little skill. And 2005 show jumping trial. It's a horse, but I make the shape of it with my hand. So
she does this horse thing. She knows it gets on my nerves, yet she still does it all the time. She's like she says it's got like the perfect gallop, and she'll like I don't know how she does it, but yeah, she makes it jump.
And the key thing about it, which is just so brilliant, you can't believe a hand can do it, is that it's the exact, if you listen, it's the exact 4-beat kick of a horse's gallop. Are you getting that? It's not every day you meet someone who can do that with their hand. I moved to Cambridge a couple of weeks after New Year's. I just felt like being in the area where I'd had such a shit New Year's just would bring me down. And it's good because Jed and Chris don't ever come to Cambridge, so there's not much to remind me here. They do still celebrate New Year's in Cambridge. It's not ideal, but I mean, I think it would be quite hard to move to somewhere where they didn't celebrate New Year's, because there are so few places where that is the case.
Cambridge?
I haven't seen Jed or Chris since that night.
I spoke to Chris the other day. Thought it might be alright, but no, he's still... Well, the last time I saw him was at that New Year's thing. I thought he was and last time I spoke to him, still think he's and from the sounds of Kyla moving to Cambridge, which is a bit extreme, she's probably a idiot as well.
I occasionally look at these. They're I mean, the only way you'd ever see the three of us together now is like this, pretty much. Nuts. And I don't even feel I don't feel comfortable, you know, with. It's just.
What would I say to Chris if he was here now? I I'd tell him to shut up. On one hand, fair enough, he doesn't want to be interviewed, but on the other hand, get over it. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was bad. It was bloody rubbish. But, you know.
I am rebuilding my life, but you know, brick by brick. Brick by brick. And those bricks are really small. They're like Lego bricks.
If, I'll put it like this, if I shot someone in the head and then I went to hell, hell for me would be that night, every night.
You know when you got one and you can't, it's like right at the back